the path that I walk, the words that I talk, the crew that I run with, the ones I should be done with. They're scars on my heart, no lie, they're tearing me apart. No love, no emotion, no care, no devotion. As I'm standing here, I stand alone. Face it, there's no place to call your own. Your so-called friends, you call a mate. When you're in too deep, who's gonna wait? Your every word seems to haunt me. Thick as thieves, that's what you taught me. But where are you now, when I need you most? Where are your words of truth, or silly little boasts? I love you, baby, you're my one and only. You said all of that before you forced yourself on me. All caught up in a world of my own, forced to think that hell is a place called home. Nothing left to do but get my clothes and pack. I'm gonna run away and never come back.
I first got approached by gang members when I was 11, in year 7, but I was too much of an obedient child to kind of follow them. By the time I was 12, I got abused by my mum's partner, who she's not with now, which made me think that to be a gang member, to be in the gang world is safer because no one can't hurt you then. It felt like if you didn't have a strong relationship with family, that the gang members were your family. When you're in that dark place, gang life can seem like it's the right thing to do. We would spend our day where we wouldn't go to school, we'll hook up, there were about 3-4 of us minimum every day, and we'd literally storm buses and rob girls, boys, adults. For some it involved smoking weed or drinking, and it just was about being bravado, and literally it was just about committing crime every day, and school wasn't important because for me, my opinion on it was my innocence was gone, so why should I be good? Being good gets you hurt, gets you abused, that's what I thought. By the time I was sentenced for 47 charges of crime that I'd committed from 12 years old to 13. One of my robberies involved firearms, kidnap, witness intimidation, and I was sentenced to 3 years imprisonment.
Do you not see the beef today? Oh my god.
Man.
What beef?
Basically, something happened between two people.
So which one of you's up Caprice?
Who wants to know?
Shut up, you. We're not even interested in you. We're only interested in Caprice.
But we're her friends.
So you're involved?
Involved in what?
Just leave it, alright?
Oh, so she's the reason he's dead, yeah?
What's going on?
She killed my cousin.
Don't be stupid.
She didn't kill anyone.
She might not have stuck the knife in, but she's the reason why he's dead.
Dead? Who's dead?
I thought you two were supposed to be friends. You don't even know what she's been up to.
Don't even know that she's a murderer. Stop saying that. She didn't kill anyone.
You believe that, do you? Well, you're more stupid than you look.
What did you say?
Calm down. I don't want any more trouble.
It's a bit late for that, isn't it? Tell that to my cousin. Tell that to Caden.
But she can't, can she? Because he's not here to tell.
Stop it. Just shut up. I didn't know what they were going to do to him. I didn't know they wanted to hurt him. I didn't. I'm sorry.
Can't you see how upset she is?
Upset? You want to see my auntie or my cousin? They're never going to see their son or brother again.
It's all your fault.
All I did was arrange to meet him. I didn't turn up. I stood him up. That is it.
You set him up. You flirted with him, got him thinking that you were actually interested in him. And it was all because JB told you to.
JB, what are you hanging around with JB for? He's trouble.
I didn't know they wanted to hurt him, kill him.
What did you think they wanted to do to him? They hated him.
I know. I was stupid. I should have thought.
It's a bit late for that now, innit?
I know. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to say?
Come on, girls. Let's leave them to it. But it isn't over.
It's definitely not over.
At time I felt big and brave, a group of boys and my brother by my side. Growing up on streets like hood rats was the thing. It was the only thing on our minds until a dark night has come, hanging outside our own house on a firework night. Sitting in the front room of a TV, I heard my brother coming in, happily running upstairs. Minutes after, there was a bang, nearly loud enough to open the door. I thought twice. The loud noises stopped. No friends waiting outside. Slowly walking out, seeing someone so close to you on the floor fading away. I felt his warmness passing by me while I held his hand. It just makes your heart beat slow. Each time tears dripping away from my eyes, but there's still nothing you can do. Going back to the life down there, people respect you for what you have been through, but still have the guts to ask you to hold a knife for them. But I just turn around and walk away. It is still hard nightmares seeing his face. It makes you just cry. This is what I went through, me, Sylvia. I don't wish anyone to walk in my shoes on my path ever. The young boy, the day his life was taken, on the 14th of November 2008, hurry up and come back, was the last thing she said to her son. The day his life was taken, she didn't know he wouldn't come back. He died from a bullet of a gun, and now Etem Kalebi is gone.
I find a lot of the guys over 18 put on a false parade. They get rentals and they make you think they bought it, and any money they make from drugs, they buy garments and clothes and make you think they're balling, but it's just one move, and they rotate that clothes and they rob their jewels. They don't have a bank account. They don't have anything to their name but criminal records. I'm disgusted by them. Don't take up a gang boyfriend. The minute you take up a gang boyfriend, you may as well be a gang member, because there's loyalties expected from you. You pick up a gang member, you are that gang. And if anything happens to one of those gang members and you're from an opposite area, they're going to come at you. And you ain't even done anything. You just happen to be affiliated with people. To the girls that are going out with gang members, I feel sorry for them, because they have no idea what it is to be respected or loved. They think it's love, but it's not.
And what if you're pregnant?
We don't know that yet, and that's why I'm here, isn't it?
What if you are?
What do you mean?
Will you keep it? Will you have a baby? His baby.
Don't say it like that.
Like what?
His. Like him.
You hate him? No, I do hate him. I hate how he treats you, and I don't want you to have his baby.
You're supposed to be my friend.
I am your friend. So I'm saying this. He's bad news. And if you have his baby, you're going to be linked to him forever.
Maybe,
no way out.
Maybe that's what I want.
Now you're being stupid.
Am I? Am I really? You have no idea what's going on. No idea how I feel about him. You just don't understand.
And do you think he feels the same? Do you think he loves you? Think he'll change just because a baby comes along?
I don't know, maybe.
You're so stupid. The only person he cares about is himself. Always has and always will. He's already got a kid. Maybe he's got loads and you just don't know about them. The first kid didn't change him, did it? He's still in the gang. He's still hurting people, still hurting you. And now if you have his baby, you're going to show the whole world that you're his girl. Can't you see? That makes you a target. Anyone who wants to come and get him can just come and find you.
Stop it, stop it.
Truth hurts, does it?
It's not going to be like that.
I hope not, for your sake.
Excuse me, do you mind if I grab that magazine? The receptionist said they're running late again, so I think we'll be here for a while.
They're always running late. I thought I spent half my life in this place.
I know what you mean, and I can't really wait around today. I have to go pick up my daughter from school in an hour.
So this isn't your first then?
No, I've got a little girl. She's 5 with my current boyfriend. How about you? Is this your first?
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous, you know.
You'll be fine. I ain't gonna lie, it really hurts, but it's over pretty quickly, and it's worth it when you get to hold your baby.
So, when are you due?
August. You?
July. I just can't imagine it. I've got so much to do before the baby arrives, and everything costs so much money.
Tell me about it. I keep telling my man that we need to move so we've got more room, but he seems to be happy to come to where we are.
So, what does he do, your man?
Well, you know, this and that.
Right.
How about yours?
He used to work at Big Asda, but he doesn't anymore. It's a long story.
Small world. My guy worked in the Asda as well. Maybe they knew each other.
Yeah, maybe. What's his name?
Michael. What about yours?
Michael.
Michael what?
Michael Smith.
So how you been?
Fine.
Any news?
No, not really.
Oh my gosh, you'll never guess what.
Tell me then.
My friend, right, she starts going out with this boy. But there's all this drama because he lives on a different estate and he's part of a gang there. And her estate, they don't like them. And her brother goes all mad because he's part of the other gang.
Seriously?
Yeah. And she tells me she loves him and that, and it's all like Romeo and Juliet, innit?
What?
You know, we did in English. The two rival gangs hate each other, but then the boy and girl fall in love, and then they have to meet each other up in secretly without anyone knowing and that.
Oh yeah, Romeo and Juliet. But don't they all die in the end? Don't they all get stabbed?
Well, yeah, no. Well, not all of them. Anyway, shut up, back to my friend. So anyway, you know, because it's her boyfriend, she has to meet up with him. So basically, she tells her brother that she's at mine, but really, she's with him.
Really?
Yeah, and they're all proper loved up. But then her brother finds out. I don't know, someone saw something on Facebook or something, and then they tell her brother, and he basically tells her that she can't see him anymore, and that if anyone from his gang finds out, she's going to be in big trouble, and she's putting him at risk by even knowing this guy.
No.
So basically, she's got to, break up with him,
Oh, Romeo?
Yeah, Romeo. So she does it, but because they love each other so much, they see each other, and they decide just to see each other more secretly.
Really?
Yeah, but then something happens between the two gangs. One of them must have been in the wrong ends, and one of them gets stabbed. And the other gang, obviously, they've come to look for revenge. And then the police got involved, and loads of them got arrested and taken to the police station.
Oh no, that's peak.
You'll never guess what.
What?
My friend's mum comes for her and her brother.
Right.
Romeo's dad, obviously, comes for him.
Yes.
Yeah, but then my friend's mum recognises Romeo's dad as her ex. Romeo's dad is also her dad, Juliet's dad. They've got the same dad. Apparently, he's got loads of children for loads of different women.
That's actually disgusting.
So, basically, can you just imagine it? She's been kissing her own brother, well, half-brother.
That's disgusting.
If I'm going to class someone as a baby mother, it means where they've had a baby for a guy who is from a gang, and the guy has maybe 2 or 3 baby mothers minimum. The guy's in and out of prison, so the girl is left raising her child on her own. Some of my friends have gone through horrific domestic violence, where the guy believes that he doesn't need to be there 24/7 or every day or even every week. But if she has another guy around her or his child, they would kill the guy or the girl would get beat up. Some guys expect the girls to hold their guns in their house, the drugs in their house, or they use their house as a storage place. Once you have a child, you're expected to you belong to that guy. And if you're not confident or got self-respect for yourself, you allow him to treat you away. You'll have the child. Then once you have the child, everyone knows that's his baby mother. No one don't really want to link you, and he ain't with you. And then he goes and picks up a girlfriend or a mistress on the street, and then he's rolling around with her, and you're at home as the baby mother with the child.
He thought it was over. Turned out he never really could run away. He could never escape his fate. He just kept on running, not able to cry. He had seen too many closed caskets to release any tears. Urgent sirens growing closer, confirming his fears. Stand in front of the house, thinking all this over a collar, then sees it's not his homie, but his baby's mother, being rolled away on a bloody bed. No doubt about it, the young beauty was dead. Now his homie isn't crying, which seems kinda sad, but he's lost everyone to gun smoke, even his mum and dad. We all crowd in the church house without shedding a tear, and look at the preacher and act like we're here. We wait in suspense for the soon coming night, even though God says 2 wrongs don't make a right. We all love that girl, so we must let them know that if they take one of ours, 10 of theirs must go. Now rolling in the deep, out for a cause, don't involve the police, we make our own laws. No worries on our minds, plenty of caskets to fill, blank look on our faces, emotions are still.
At 17, I was going out with another gang member. He was quite a top gang member from an area in South London. It was quite cool being with him because I felt like no one could do anything to me. And then when I was 18, we broke up. And shortly after that, I went out with another guy from a different gang area who was their rivals. And yeah, I just used to roll. I was just a rider with the guys. So if feds would pull us, I would hide the things on me and just have their back, basically. Although I moved like a boss girl, I was naive in my mind. So I didn't even know the impact of switching ends, in the sense of going out with a guy from another end. It never became a problem until I was with one of my new boyfriend from the new gang's friends, and he was killed in front of me in a club. The new gang weren't sure if I had something to do with it or not. They doubted me, and my boyfriend at the time doubted me, and it was then that it hit home how serious it is. Just innocently going out with one guy, breaking up with him, and then going out with another guy in another area. It hit me hard. It was the first funeral I'd ever been to, first death I'd ever seen. To see it, like, I still had nightmares. Seeing him there, knowing he ain't coming back. We rolled together that night, but you weren't coming back with me. Seeing his mother in the hospital, the whole thing. I don't think gang members are aware that that is the truth about being in a gang. That's what comes of it. A lot of gang guys, they join it and they don't really know. Even the guys now that are in gangs that shoot or stab and run don't see what they left, and they don't see the friends that are there. I witnessed my friend go. So for me, I know the truth in it, and if I had known that then, I wouldn't have done it.
One afternoon, my sister was waiting for me outside school. She wanted me to walk home with her.
Dex didn't like me doing it. I promised him I wouldn't, but she's my sister, you know. She's like all the family I've got now. So I did.
We were walking across the estate. There are some garages. There were a group of boys hanging around outside one of them.
I knew that if we ran, they'll come after us. And if they caught us, whatever they had in mind for me might happen to Billy too. I wasn't having that.
She went. I waited until she was out of sight and safe. A couple of the boys were walking towards me, but I had to wait till she was safe. Then I turned and started walking away. They grabbed me, dragged me back
into the garage and shut the door. It was dark. Some of them were laughing. Then one of them got a phone. It had a light on, you know, for the camera. It was shining on me.
So I could just make out the shadows of their faces as they came towards me. Then they dragged me down and pulled me out my clothes as if they were in a hurry, just getting it done. Then they did it. I don't know if it was all of them, some of them, I don't know. It just seemed to go on. One stopped, another started. I tried not to think, not to care, to take my brain out my body so I wasn't really there, just watching it happen to someone else.
I decided not to tell Dex. I knew what he'd do.
Then
he got sent the video that they'd taken. But it was like he didn't care what had happened to me. It was all about what they'd done to him.
There's not a lot speculated on girls in gang life. And although there are a lot of possibly girls in gangs, I don't think they've lived the reality of it. Seeing all what I saw, doing all what I did, from the gang side to being the girlfriend of a gang member, to witnessing losing someone, to going through it all, I hope I would have an impact on other girls who just innocently think it's okay just to go out with a guy from a gang, or to roll with a guy to a club, just to share it really. And I think that hopefully, I pray my story stops them from making the decisions that I made. And nobody told me this when I was younger. I think just telling someone, don't be in a gang, because that is what people told me when I was younger. Finish school, don't be in a gang, do your GCSEs, but they don't know what's going on at home. They don't know what's going on in your estate. They don't know what's going on in your mind. If my past can save one girl's future, then I'm all for it.
I must confess, the love I had for you was a test. I thought you had my heart and we would never part. Silly me. Thought you'd be there when I needed you the most. You just threw me aside with your other responsibilities. I felt hard. I was back on top. You can't tear me down like you did before. I thought our love was real and we were the deal. You pushed me low, you pushed me high. You're just like the other guys. I have flashbacks in my head of all those people who are dead, tearing loved ones apart. It's breaking my heart.
It's just my guess, you know? Who knows? Life is learn to live. That's all it is. Yeah, I've been from school to kicked out, sixth form to kicked out, moms to kicked out. Doors don't open much, it's more like a blunt brush. I'm quick to tell them tumps, I'm tired of the kickers come and sweep this. I ain't crying, but I'm not afraid to show pain. I let it rain and I was the sword, I'm going every day. I'm like Genesis and it begin with this. From the womb to the tomb, I'll be writing in my room. Yeah. Inspiration, I'm looking, but it will come soon. Cause I notice I'm affected at the sight of full moons. As it's above, so's below. As I get the call, I'm ready to go. I'll pick up the pen and let the lyrics be my speech therapy. And let it all be married to the melody.